Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for Zack. Thank you so much for that. For those interested requesting any type of videos, whether it be a topic, a tier list, a ranking, a review, re-review, thought streams, commentaries, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And there we go. A little bit of mellow yellow, bubbly for the review. PayPal, CashApp, best way to do it. Links are down below in the info box. And Zack requested me to watch and review Joyride 2, Dead Ahead. Which, I don't know if I had seen this film before this. I think I saw Joyride 3 and I might have reviewed it. But I don't remember what I said about it. But I do like the first Joyride. Joyride 1 in 2001. I thought it was a nice little pleasant surprise. Good cast, Steve Zahn, Paul Walker, and you got Ted Levine as the voice of Rusty Nail. That was the right pitch perfect voice for that character. Because ever since Silence of the Lambs, you hear that voice and you just get the goosebumps. Just okay. But it's also good when he plays a good guy, like on the TV show Monk. Or The Mangler, a personal favorite of mine. It's weird, it's crazy, but I think it's fun. Joyride, though, I thought was while I do like Duel more, it definitely has elements of Duel, but was still its own thing as well. Again, I prefer Duel, but Joyride was a fun. I actually prefer the original ending, which I did a fan cut, where the last 40-some minutes was a bit different. Played out a little bit like Jaws. Instead of an ocean, it's a cornfield, and it gets blown up, and there's a definitive ending. There's no sequel bait ending. Steve Zahn had a bit more to do, had a little bit of a heroic moment. I don't mind the ending they have, but I do prefer that, so again, I did a little fan cut. With that said, good movie, did not do well. At least not in theaters. Now, probably because it was a month after 9/11. Because it was, I believe, October 2001 it came out. And let's be honest, during that time after 9/11, maybe not for you, but for a good chunk of the public, they wanted to see more happy-go-lucky movies. So if it was a movie that, I mean, granted, yeah, there were horror films afterward that did well, but it seemed, for the most part, people wanted to watch a little bit more lighthearted type of movies, give or take. And at that point, Paul Walker, I don't know when Fast and Furious had come out, but it seemed like with the sequels of Fast and Furious, especially if he became a little bit more of a star. Steve Zahn, he's one of those guys that, oh, I know him, I recognize him, but I wouldn't ever call him a major star. Lily Sobieski, I do like as an actress, but yeah, I wouldn't ever call her a major star. At least not ones that propel box office. So, I mean, but I guess it did well enough on home video. Although it's weird that it took 7 years for a sequel to come about. It makes me wonder the meetings around at the time of whoever greenlit the project said, you know what the world needs? A Joyride 2. Granted, maybe you would capitalize success on home video, but 7 years later? And then the third one was what? 6 years after that? And then you have nobody from the cast returning. Even Ted Levine. The guy they have to voice Rusty Nail doesn't work. What made Joyride work was that voice. When you hear an imitator, it just doesn't fit. Does not fit at all. It doesn't have that same grit. It's off. It's like a imitation. It's like If you like Mountain Dew, you want to eat Mountain Dew. You don't want Lightning or Lighthearted Dew or whatever the fuck is called store brand. Here they got store brand, generic brand Ted Levine to voice Rusty Nail. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me, brother. It just doesn't work. And the plot is not gonna get your fucking shorts wet if you're a lady, or a boner if you're a guy. The cast, the acting, the four main characters, whatever. There's moments I didn't mind from the lead girl, Nicki Aycox, which I'll get to in a minute. Gore-wise, it's not a whole lot of... I mean, there's a little bit, but I guess you don't really think of Joyride 1 as a gory movie either. They do try to do more of the generic slasher type of thing, including villains surviving when there's no way they should have survived, all that jazz. It's directed by Louis, I'm not sure it's Louis or Louis Morneau. I don't pronounce it that way for the sake of argument. Now, Louis Morneau has directed films I like. Carnosaur 2, it's a fun B-movie. It's goofy, it's silly, but, you know, dinosaurs, R-rated, plays a little bit like Aliens. Okay, it's not perfect, but I have fun with it. Just like I like Carnosaur 3, we need those films on Blu-ray. Well, some people would not say need. I need them on Blu-ray. I'll speak for myself. If you gotta put Carnosaur 1 in there, fine. I just won't watch it because I don't like it. But I have a Carnosaur 3-pack. Come on. They'd Shout Factory, Street. You own Roger Corman stuff. Release that on Blu-ray. Come on. Dead 3-pack. I just throw the first film disc away. But I like Carnosaur 2. He also did Bats. I like Bats. I think Bats is a fun, entertaining B-movie. Lou Diamond Phillips. I like the effects by TMB on the bat creatures. You got the guy who is the warden in the Shawshank Redemption in it. I like that movie. But this is not the director of the... I'll put it... The guy who directed this did not... It's not the same guy who directed those movies. It's the same guy that directed The Hitcher 2. Because he also did that movie. I've been waiting. So maybe he should not direct sequels to good movies. Just direct sequels to bad movies or make your own movies. I know he did Retroactive, but I barely remember that film with Belushi in it. And The Hitcher 2 is worse than this, but this is still not that good. I mean, The Hitcher 2 is way worse. But yeah, dude, just don't direct sequels to good movies. Maybe this should be your plan going forward. I know I'm about 8 minutes in. Nicki Aycox, like I said, she stars in it. She was also in Jeepers Creepers 2. She was, I don't know if you call her the lead. She was the lady on the school bus in The Visions, seeing Justin Long in them. I didn't know this. She passed away a couple years ago from leukemia. Very sad to hear. Seemed a bit too young, but that's sad. After this opening that we gotta establish how much of a killer Rusty Nail is, because there's a hooker, and you get some titties. So I just thank you. But he rolls down the window, wants her to get her hair wet. I don't know why she didn't just open. I guess it was a lot, but you think what the... I don't know, maybe it's the doors I remember in trucks back in the day. If it's locked, you just open the lock and since the window's down, just pop the lock up and leave. Maybe it's not in this truck, I don't know. Maybe it's like Dukes of Hazzard or something. I don't know. She crawls out of the window. He rolls up the window, gets her stuck, and then head gets smacked. You don't see a whole lot of blood or stuff in that scene. I mean, that's one way to get out of pain for a hooker. But if the guy's an idiot, at least get the blowjob first. Like, you could have gotten the blowjob first, then you kill the bitch, and then take your money back. You got a free blowjob, so you fucked up. So Rusty Nail is stupid. This he's Rusty in the sex. If you've had sex, hell, you could pay for the whole sex, not just the BJ. Whole sex. You give her the money, you don't kill her anyway. Boop. Give my money back, you got a freebie. So you fucked up, Rusty Nail. He fucked up. So Rusty, idiot. He's a moron. But after that opening, we have Nicki Aycox as Melissa. We have her fiance Bobby. And they're driving to Vegas to get married. Along for the ride is Melissa's sister. And soon into the movie, they stop at a place. This guy with his lip ring is kissing the sister, and you realize it's her online date that met him. Remember MySpace? They referenced MySpace, and I'm like, okay, wow, that dates the movie. How many of you remember MySpace? I never used MySpace, but I heard people talk about it, but I never used MySpace. I just thought it was a waste of fucking time. But I do use Facebook, so some people say that's a waste. But yeah, MySpace, it's weird that I went. Well, I guess it's not weird because I never use it, so I don't give a shit. But it's just weird to hear the I didn't think MySpace would be mentioned, but for some reason that made me laugh. Fucking dinosaur MySpace. So the four of them are riding. The new guy is Nick. N-I-K. I think that's how you spell it. And he comes across, maybe it's just me, like a low-rent Matthew Lillard. I don't know why. Just sometimes when you like standing and looking, I'm like, do you think you're Matthew Lillard? But you're not. Sorry, actor. I mean, maybe it's the script, maybe it's the direction, but to be fair, you're not really supposed to like his character. But yeah, it just came off as a lousy Matthew Lillard. He says, let's go take this. Of course, it's not a shortcut because they get lost. The car breaks down. They're wandering around. They find this place in the middle of nowhere. And the wannabe Matthew Lillard is such a genius, he decides to break the window and go in the place. They look like the place has been abandoned for a bit. But when they go in the barn, they find this 1971 Chevelle or something, which looks fucking brand new. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously this place ain't abandoned because no one's going to be abandoning this car that looks like there's barely any dust on it. At least on the side. So they will take the car, and to be fair, they say we don't know when they'll be back. They could be on vacation. What if they're there for a week? The phone doesn't work. So what do you do? Do you starve and do you get dehydrated? When in the middle of nowhere, hey, if you're in trouble with the law, desperate measures. I can't really blame their thinking on that. Of course, you know this shit's gonna hit the fan. They take the car. They say they're gonna go rent another car and then take this car back. They'll also pay for the damages. And I would say through the psychic powers of Rusty Nail, he's able to find where the hell they're at. But they do mention in dialogue, oh, the guy has a CB radio. There's other people that have CB radios. They probably contacted him and said, hey, that car you're looking for, I saw it over here. I saw it over there. Would have been nice to see some of this. You know, show, don't tell. But they do mention it, so that's supposed to explain how Rusty Nail found him. Again, would have been nice to see some of that. But I'm sure it's supposed to be the suspense of, well, when is Rusty Nail going to find them? I mean, you know eventually that he's going to find them. Otherwise, there'd be no movie. That'd be funny. The rest of the movie, you just never see Rusty Nail again. It's just this boring road trip to Vegas. So they go to a diner. The fiancee Bobby goes to the bathroom. The girl gets a phone call because she left her number there. One thing leads to another. Finds out that Rusty Nail took Bobby and is going to play some games with them. Just like he played bitted games in the first. In the first, get naked, go into the diner, order these burgers. And this, hey, when I passed by, your sister gave me the finger. I didn't mind the line, she gave it to me, so I figured it's mine to keep. But I wish Ted Levine would say the line. Because I can't help it. Like, I cannot help it. When I hear Ted Levine in Joyride and that voice fits like a glove, here it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It's a guy trying hard, but just an imitator, and just takes me out of it. Just takes me out of it. It made that work. When you don't have that voice, it just is not the same. It's not the same. If you needed to pay Ted Levine more money, you should have done it. I'm not saying it would save the film, but it would be better. So the other three, they decide to go to a funeral home, like a whatever, or like a morgue, whatever the case. They're going to take a finger, but I guess somehow Rusty Nail was able to follow them and see all this, because he realized that they lied. So they cut Bobby's finger, and when they're away, slide into their glove compartment. And before I go on, the thing is, this movie just comes off as very generic. And sorry I keep doing my damn jaw. Damn sinuses. Although there is a bit where Rusty takes the guy's jaw off. So maybe we should take mine off and replace it. But it just comes off as very generic. Run-of-the-mill. Like, you've seen this so many times. But then what are you getting out of this? Is it suspenseful? No. Is it scary? No. You don't have Ted Levine's voice, so the Rusty Nail character doesn't have that certain grit and oh shit quality that Ted Levine was able to give the character. Because that's all you have. You don't see his face. You barely see his body. So all you have is that voice to carry you through. If it doesn't work, the character doesn't work. That's why I'm so honed in on it. It's not like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. You got the mask and all this other stuff. That's not the case with this. The characters, the sister is the sister. The guy with the lip ring, he's a dick. The fiance, he's in it for a little bit, but then for most of the film, he's just kidnapped and tied up. He tries to escape at one point. A guy tries to help him. And this horribly edited, it felt like a TV edit, this bit. Rusty Nail grabbing him and the guy trying to help Bobby and pulling him back. And the idea is that his jaw gets cut off. Because you see the jaw thrown in front of Bobby. But the actual killing is cut like da 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 da. Like it was made for, like it was a TV edit. It's like, this. I'm like, what the hell? I could barely tell what the hell happened. If the guy had not thrown the jaw, and it lands like there, I wouldn't know what the hell happened. I thought, like, is he strangling him? Like this, or suffocating him, or it just got this way? That was edited so fucking horribly. So the death scenes are not gonna... I mean, I guess the one death scene is... Well, I'll get to that. It involves a pipe. I guess you could call that the best death scene, but it's not like a ton of death scenes in it. There's the hooker, there's that guy I mentioned. that you could barely see. I guess technically two more. Yeah, I guess technically two more. One with the pipe, and one they're in a car, and Rusty hits the car, and you explosion. So about four deaths, give or take. It's funny. The most memorable part of this film for me is before they find Bobby's finger. They're supposed to make the exchange. They're told to go to this place. Then the lead girl is told to get out and take off not all her clothes, but a chunk of her clothes. She goes up, and it's this other trucker who was told to go there. And I was told to come here, and I was told I was going to get a good show, and I did. I recorded it all. And then it's the line he says where she's, of course, cussing him out. He's like, well, whatever, bitch. Your titties are too small. I like 'em super Mongol Juds. You heard me? Circus boobs. What the this fucking guy? Who's this fucking guy? I kind of want to see the movie with him, his point of view. Talk about the fucking super Mongol Juds and wanting circus boobs. It's sad to me. That's probably the. I'm not gonna call it best because the guy wasn't a great actor. But maybe that's what made it funny to me. Just the way his acting and the fucking dialogue he says did make me laugh. Now, granted, I'm sure it's meant to be a laugh, but I don't know if it was the right kind of laugh they were wanting. I'm laughing for how stupid it was. Your titties are too small. I like 'em super Mongol. Because I'm like, did he say Mondo? But I think Mungo. Oh shit, here comes Mungo. I don't know why that made me laugh. It's just like, what the fuck? Where did this fucking guy come from? I guess he lived, he just got out of there. To find more circus boobs for another day. And that's when they check up on her, and I guess he went in and put the finger in the glove compartment. And then later, that's when Bobby tries to escape, and this other guy tries to help, and the guy gets killed. And I talk about the editing; it's horrible. Again, to repeat one more time, this voice of whoever got for Rusty Nail does not work at all. So then Rusty Nail tells the three, you gotta do something else for me. Don't push me. He doesn't say I'll give you war you won't believe. That's a different, better movie. He goes, okay, get some drugs. Also, that other guy with you, Nick, I want him to put on those clothes and walk into this kind of redneck biker party going on. And I haven't seen a woman in a while. And Nick, this is, okay, if I'm being genuine, this is probably the only scene I genuinely liked. Because, one, I thought the Nick character was consistent of being a douchebag, that he would say, no, I'm done with this. Listen, I met you for a bit online, it ain't worth my life. Hey, that's not my friend, that's not, my fiance, whatever. I'm out of here, you two deal with the shit, I'm done. With that type of guy and how he behaved earlier, that seems the type of decision he would make. I would not buy him all of a sudden being a hero and, yes, I will do. No. He's like, I'm going to save my ass. Listen, I barely knew you. We talked a bit online. Fuck this. For that type of douchebag, that fits. And then the lead girl, I liked her acting in this, because she gets this damn scalpel right to his neck and tells about, you don't do this, or you don't have to worry about me. It shows her love for her fiance. It shows that she means business. It shows she ain't taking shit. You buy that she'll cut this guy's throat, and then this guy cries, and then they make fun of him. Oh, you're a real man now, huh? Huh? So much for being such a real man. I mean, I'd be freaked out with a scalpel in my throat. But I tried not getting that situation in the first place as well. But I was like, okay, yeah, it does show that she really does care for this guy. And I'm like, hey, Bobby, this girl's a winner. Marry her ass. She'll fight for you, and she'll cut a motherfucker's neck off for you with a scalpel. Marry her. That's marriage material. Stat. Just don't piss her off and get divorced, or it'll be you with the scalpel in your neck. But I did like that scene. That's like the one. Well, one I liked because it was funny and stupid. And this. That's it. Nick goes out there dressed like a girl. Rusty Nail grabs him. Is taken. There's a bit of a car chase. The two girls, their car flips. The sister tells her... Spoilers. Sorry, spoilers. Spoilers for Joyride 2. Tells her... The sister says, get out of here. Just make sure you finish this and get Bobby back. Because she's stuck. The lead gets out. The sister gives a middle finger to Rusty Nail. Rusty Nail hits the car. Nice explosion. Practical explosion. I'll give it that. Then it becomes Saw for a bit. Just, I guess, because those films were popular. I mean, by this point you had, what, Saw 5 or so? Saw 4, Saw 5, Saw whatever. So I can only assume, I would assume that's why this was made. Was because they saw that these Saw films, Saw, were still consistently making money, even when they get to 4 and 5. They're still consistently making money. And someone looked at it, they went a weekend, they saw one of these Saw films, they looked at the opening box office, they see, wow, even it's still doing well with how many films made. And they looked at their catalog and they go, what do we have? Oh shit, wait, Joyride. He could be a bit like, he's got the voice, just like Jigsaw has a voice. Do you want to play a game? Kinda game. We'll use that, and then we'll have some of that in this. I could only assume that is the only reason this got made 7 years after Joyride 1. So they have he has the two guys and has them play dice, and then whoever they look on the board, oh, you rolled this, so you did this. You rolled that, you did this. Spoilers. They get tortured a bit until rolled snake eyes or whatever, or was it ones, whatever. Nick gets the steel pipe in the head. Probably the only effective death scene in the movie, I guess you would call it. The girl finds a cop car. Oh, I mean motorcycle. It was a motorcycle. Cop motorcycle. Finds Rusty Nail. Beats him up. I always hate when people do this in movies. She's hit him with a shovel. And then she tosses the shovel. I'm like, he's on the ground. You take the shovel and go, poof, pop his fucking head off like a Pez dispenser. But no, this would be the end of the movie. I mean, if this guy killed your sister, I think you'd be fine with cutting his fucking head off with a damn shovel. You can't do it this way, do it like this or something. Or I'm sure a few whacks to the neck will do some damage. Or hell, just hit him in the head. I'm sure a few hits in the head with a damn shovel We'll kill you. Okay, unless his head's made of fucking vibranium. But no, she just tosses the shovel after hitting him in the back a couple times. Then tries to get her boyfriend. Then drives the truck. And then the bat kind of gets hooked off. And Rusty Nail's on top of her. The boyfriend's left behind. Rusty Nail's on top of the front part of the truck with her. They drive around. Rusty tries to grab her. She hits this gas can type of thing. Another explosion. So we got 2 explosions now. And drives off the cliff. Speaking of duel. And I swear when the truck goes off the cliff for for 5 seconds I went, is this the footage from Duel? Tis a little like but so I mean, like, come on, it ends the same way as Duel. It's funny how many people compared it to the first one, the Duel, and this literally ends like Duel. Both trucks going off the fucking cliff, going down. And I'm like, that had to been done on purpose or something else, man. The boyfriend gets there, they hug, cut to somehow Rusty Nail survived. No idea. Because if he jumped off, it's the desert. Like, you would see peripherally, he's there, he's there, he's there. One of those 2 people would see him. I don't see Rusty Nail grabbing rocks and being cliffhanger. And Rusty Nail, as far as I know, is not supernatural. The truck exploded too. Then just tragically exploded. But not only is he alive and fine, but he's got a new truck. Got a brand new truck. So he somehow survived and also had the fucking money to buy a new goddamn truck. I have to do this because, like, I don't know, I spent 32 minutes, which no one should spend 32 minutes on a fucking review of Joyride 2, but that's how I do it. But hell, if people pay for the review, I should be as thorough as I can. So I think that's the least I could do. I say the acting. Nicki Aycox has her moments. May she rest in peace. The others, the sister was there. Bobby, at times he disappeared chunks of the film because of what happens to his character. So I can only judge it from the beginning. He doesn't get to do anything at the end to help out. The one guy wanted to be Matthew Lillard. I mean, his purpose is to be a douchebag. I guess he succeeded in that. Again, there's maybe 4 kills. If there's more, I don't remember them. That's the only ones I remember. So it's not like a huge body count. It's not really a lot of gore. Even if you're into torture stuff, there's really one scene, the scene I mentioned, where they're playing the dice thing. Suspense, no, I don't really see what would be suspenseful about this. That's another thing, Joyride 1 actually had some nice sense of humor because of Steve Zahn's character. In the way him and the brother interacted with each other. Now, granted, you didn't see much of that in the second half, but because these get more serious, there's no humor in this. There's no, well, okay, one, which I mentioned, one of the 2 scenes I liked for different reasons. That's the one scene. Mungo Jugs. The finale, a little chase, and then ripping off Duel. Let's rip off the ending of Duel. I'll just watch Duel. I like Duel a lot. I like Duel quite a bit. I didn't get the 4K. I keep forgetting it's on 4K. At least I think it is. But yeah, it's generic. It's generic. With the amount of movies and horror movies and other movies out there, unless you're one of those, I'm just curious about sequels, horror sequels. I don't see what other reason there is to watch this. So, Joyride 3, at least I remember liking it more, but I don't remember my thoughts on the film. I don't know if I liked it or not, but I do remember liking it more than this. But the review for Joyride 2, I think I did review Joyride 3, but hey, I'm open to re-reviewing if people want to request it, but yeah. You only needed one Joyride film. You did. Just go watch the original The Hitcher. Go watch Joyride. Go watch Duel. Go watch Road Games. Stacy Teach, underrated film. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.